That was the plot twist I was waiting for.
Reading vlog.
Was that? I knew it. No way.
Welcome to this week's vlog. So this is gonna be something new. I've never done this on my channel and I'm really excited, and hopefully it keeps me accountable for 2026. So this is gonna be a reading vlog. I'm a big reader. I love books. I love reading. I was very consistent with it when I was younger. Now, not so much. But I do want to get back into it, and every time I read a series, I become completely obsessed with it. So this vlog is going to be for The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I already started this book. I wanted to do a reading vlog from the beginning, but I didn't, so we're going to start it halfway through, and hopefully we can get to the end of it in this video. I am actually more than halfway. I'm at page 392, and there's 530 pages. I'm super excited to do this vlog. It's gonna be fun. I'm giving like Sarah Caroli type video. Fourth Wing. I love watching videos like this from like Zephyr, Sarah Caroli, so I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy this video and subscribe for more book content if you like this type of videos, and travel content coming soon. January 5th. Oh look, the book is my background. So I have the book as my background. Okay, now it's gone. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and we're a Thursday, and I should be at school right now, but the public transport like system broke down, so I'm stuck at home today. And I'm gonna do my lectures after because they're recorded, but since I got this idea to do this vlog, we might just be reading all day. But it's fine. The lectures can wait. This book can't wait. I haven't read a fantasy series in a very long time. My two favorites are Harry Potter, obviously, and Percy Jackson. But Percy Jackson, the Heroes of Olympus series. I do like the Olympians one, but I think Heroes of Olympus is like my all-time, maybe even more than Harry Potter, like all-time favorite book series. If you're like a fantasy, kind of like Greek mythology, you like that kind of stuff, and I highly suggest you go read that series because it's the best series ever. But for The Fourth Wing, I remember that I had seen the cover like a bunch of times, like on BookTok I had seen a bunch of stuff, and I never really like thought to read it. I just thought, okay, it's like another one of those 1,000 like fantasy books that people are obsessing over. And then I saw it a lot on my Pinterest. I was saving it to like my 2026 board, and I was like, okay, like maybe I could try to read it. I don't know. I have like 1,000 books on my shelf that have to be read, but for some reason when I see a book that like I'm inclined to read, I just go buy it right away and I start it. And that's happened a lot this year. And I started and I read like 100 pages and then I put it down and I never read it again. But something was different about Fourth Wing. I don't know what it is. Something about fantasy books in general. If like I really connect with the characters, it's over. Like I'm gonna be obsessed with it. I was on my break at McGill and I went to Indigo and I saw Fourth Wing on the thing and I'm like, yes, I'm buying it, I got it. Then I go to the cash and right before I pay I realize it's in French and I'm like, ooh. So I go back and I searched the whole store and I couldn't find it. So I was like, I really wanted it, and now it was like you want it but you can't even get it, so now I wanted it even more. So for the next few days I was like going back to that Indigo and I was checking when it's in stock, and finally they put the English version in stock and I got it. And then on the REM home, like on the bus, I started reading it and I was like, wow, this is very good. But I couldn't understand anything. Like as every fantasy book goes, you don't understand what's going on until like chapter 3. I love Olivia Ponton. I used to watch her like on Musical.ly and TikTok when I was little, but now she has a book podcast and she does like, let me show you. It's called Booked and Busy. So it's here. This is her, okay, focus, thank you. So this is her podcast. It's called Booked and Busy, and basically she does like these little reviews of books that she's read, and they're not long. The podcasts are literally, okay, some of them are long, some of them are short, some of them are like 15 minutes, some of them are an hour. And her first one was Fourth Wing. So when she released her podcast and stuff, this was before I even wanted to buy the book, I saw it and I started listening to the episode and I was like, wow, that sounds like a good book. And then I forgot about it, and then I remembered it again and I remembered that I'd seen it on this. So another reason why I read this book. As for the book now, so I'm just gonna go through what I was thinking in the beginning, and then we'll go over like my favorite characters and stuff so far. I really love when books have this in the front. I feel like a lot of fantasy books do, but especially when you can actually visualize it when you're reading, because it helps a lot and it helps you like put yourself in the world more, you know? So there's some things that are still foggy in my memory, and also the pronunciation in this book. I don't know if I'm saying any names right, like none of them, so beware. Let's go over like the locations and the terminology a bit of the book. So I wrote it so I don't get confused, because there's a lot. So the first thing that I said already is Navarre. So that's the world that they live in. So there's a map in the beginning of the book. So that's Navarre. And this is like it's a kingdom basically. Okay. And then so Navarre, we know, like based on the history of the book so far, that they're at war with enemies that are outside of Navarre, and that they're protected by like the wards and their dragons, so that's their army. Then this is when it gets complicated. So at 18 years old, I think there's a certain age, I'm not too sure, the kids go to Basquiat War College, and this is basically after you pass like this whole process of if you survive, then you go to the college. So the riders is where like you're gonna have the people on the dragons that end up fighting for Navarre. This is when like you have to like bond to dragons and you get trained and all that stuff. So that's the riders quadrant. Then you have the healers quadrant. So these people are like the medics. You have the scribes quadrant, which in my opinion is like the most interesting one. So the scribes quadrant is all the people that record history. It's the people that have like all the historical records of Navarre. They know everything that goes on. Main character, her name is Violet Sorrengail. So basically she is very, very, very smart, but her body is really weak. Like when they talk about her, they always say like how she's so skinny, she's all fragile. She's also the daughter of Lilith Sorrengail, who's the general, and she's like, they don't have a good relationship at all. Like she's very mean to her, she degrades her, like stuff like that. They don't have like that mother-daughter relationship. She was born to be a scribe, but she ended up in the writer's quadrant. Dane Aitos, who's like a family friend of Violet, and he's always around at Basquiat. He's like part of her, he's part of her like little group. He thinks he's protecting Violet. They have like this weird relationship where it's like she liked him in the beginning, then she doesn't like him, and he likes her, and it's like, it's a lot. We have Liam, which is a guy that comes out throughout the book. He shows up, he's like super cute, he's like golden retriever energy. Xaden Ryerson, and he is like the #1 booktok boyfriend. He Violet's enemy in the beginning of the book. They have like a beef going on with their parents. He's suspected to be like one of the rebellion kids because he has a tattoo. And as the book goes on, you see them becoming love interests. So we have 3 dragons that we know of in the book so far. Violet bonds 2 dragons, and usually you only bond 1. So the fact that she bonded 2 was a huge deal. So her 2 dragons are, so she bonds Anadarna, who's like such a queen. She's like this golden baby dragon. Tern, and I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. It's like this really long thing, Terenak. He's like a super powerful dragon. Everybody was like, why the heck did she bond this guy? Like, this makes no sense. And he's like massive, he's huge. And basically this dragon Tern, he's also mated to another dragon. They have like this weird thing where like if dragons are also mated to each other, then one can't live without the other, and the person who's bonded to one dragon can't live without the other person who's bonded to the dragon. You see where I'm getting at? Yeah. So Tern is bonded to a dragon called Sago, and that's Xaden's dragon. So Violet's dragon, Tern, Xaden's dragon is Sago. And since they're bonded and they're mated, they have no choice but to accept to live with each other. So Violet's, we find out that it's lightning wielding, and every time she's like really deep in emotion or doing something very like emotional, she like wields lightning. Xaden, it's shadow wielding, which is super cool. He can like control shadows and make them do stuff for him. And Adara, her saying it to Violet was to stop time, which is so cool. And when that happens for the first time, especially in this context that it happens, you're like, so far what's happened is Violet's in the writer's quadrant. They have this like relationship going on. He's getting a lot of training. I think we're gonna learn some stuff soon about the history of Navarre, because there hasn't been really any like moments yet, and I think we're gonna get to that soon. This like sus professor, but he's actually just like a bit, he's not sure like where she stands, if she's gonna be loyal to Navarre. You and Ryerson both have exceptional lethal power that any rider would be envious of, but together you would be an enemy whose command can simply not afford to let exist. So he's like, we know you two are very powerful, like let's just make sure you don't team up and like destroy the world, basically. Okay, yes, this is the last thing I read and it's really important. So basically on this page, she is in her room with Xaden and she finds a letter that falls out of the book that her sister gave her, and it's from her father, and her father died. And he says, by the time you'll find this, you'll most likely be in the scribe quadrant. Not true. And then he says, remember that folklore is passed on from one generation to the next and teaches us about our past. So he's talking a lot about the folklore, so the stories in the book. And the book that her sister gives her that she used to read when she was little, she thinks is all fairy tales. But now this like cryptic message from her father is telling her that no, this folklore is actually your past. And her and Xaden are like, oh, what's going on? And I'll be back with updates on what happens. I've read like 20 pages. And so far, what's happening is this like reunion day is coming where they get to like reunite with their parents. And Violet and Xaden, it's like really weird. They're doing their like telepathic communication thingy, but like they're not really like talking to each other. It's kind of weird. And Violet is kind of getting annoying right now. She's like, oh, Xaden this, Xaden that. Why don't you want me? Is it Imogen? Imogen's another female character. She's like, is there another person? This and that. Like she's getting a bit pick me, but hopefully she snaps out of it. I've been making this so much recently and it's so good. I also did a fake tan yesterday, so I kind of screwed up the hand, but okay, we're gonna talk a bit more about books while we make our yogurt bowl. So I want to know if I want to know in comments like what people's favorite genres are, and then also what like book they would suggest to someone starting that genre. I'd rather have like a thick brick and like 1, 2, like 5 books in a series with like characters that you get attached to, where there's like worlds and you can like visualize stuff, because I feel like these romance books nowadays you can't even visualize much, and then there's like a standalone, so you'll just read one and then you're like, okay, on to the next one. So I'd rather be like attached to a book long term and have a bunch of series and part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and it'd be like very whimsical, because I like to read about things that wouldn't happen in my life, so I read about them in other fictional lives. I am very like interested in reading a romance book, but it has to be like a caliber of book that I'm gonna enjoy reading. So when I read these fantasy books and there's romance in it, it's very good, because first of all, like already the context is amazing, and then second of all, you're with these characters that like and you know their intentions and you know their thoughts, you know who they are. Romance books, it's like right off the bat, hi, this is my character, and then boom, like you have a bunch of like love scenes and stuff like that, so you're just a bit thrown off because you're like, well, I just met these people. If you guys really like fantasy books of the type that I've mentioned, also I'm like interested in trying new stuff too, but I'm really attached to like the dystopian fictional fantasy worlds. Do you guys have any recommendations? Put them in the comments, because I'm always looking for a new series to start. I'm really excited to finish book 1 so then I can start book 2, because I have it, and then we need to order book 3. The last time I did this, okay, when I really love a book, immediately after I'm like halfway through the first, I usually order the entire series. And the same thing happened last summer when I was reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I hadn't even gone to halfway the first book and I immediately ordered the second and third one, because I was like, there's no way I am not finishing this entire series by next week. And I actually did. It just got so good. Oh my god. Okay, spoilers ready? So they're like revealing what has been going on like behind the scenes, and it's crazy. Wow. Okay, I have 100 pages left, so it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna try to like grind this out for an hour or 2, and then I'll be done and I'll come back with my final thoughts. But this is getting so good. Let's go finish this. Oh my god, this is actually so intense right now. Like, this is the chapter 36, And this is where it's like all coming together at the end. Like Violet found out about like all the secrets and stuff, and now she just found out about Dane and the, if you know, you know. Okay, before I finish the last chapters, I think honorable mention today. So we have this documented in this vlog. We are Thursday, January 15. Harry Styles announced his album. And Ariana Grande and Jonathan Bailey are going to West End, Broadway, Sunday in the Park. Summer 2027. Okay guys, we have 2 chapters left. I don't want it to end right now. This is peak. Guys, the last chapter. Guys, the last chapter is a Zayden POV. I am so shocked right now. There's not even 5 pages left, and it's from Zayden's point of view. This is crazy. So much happened in the last like 10 pages. This is actually crazy. Okay, I need to finish this right now. I need to finish this book right now. Okay, I almost had a heart attack. I thought she lost her memories for a second. Bruh. I have like 2 pages left and then I'm done. I think I'm not even reading the words anymore. It's like there's a movie in my head right now. I knew it. I called it. I called the last line of the book. I thought it was gonna be welcome to the rebellion, but it's welcome to the revolution. And I guessed it. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. Her brother. What was that? What was that? No, because those, not the last words, the last sentence. What was that? So shocked right now. Like, wow. 1 out of 10. Wow. That was actually insane. That was crazy. Well, I'm not gonna shut up about this. Wow. Okay. This is gonna be the end of the reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It took me a few hours. I mean, it's 5:30 now, but that was crazy. Obviously I need to like learn how to make these videos better because I've just been yapping and like showing what pages I'm reading. But I'm gonna watch some Sarah Caroli reading vlogs before my next one to make sure like I do a better job at filming it. But yeah, that was my first reading vlog on my channel. This was the end of Fourth Wing Book 1. Now we're gonna go read Iron Flame. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was different than my other ones, but it was really fun. And I like doing it all in one day. And then I get to edit it tomorrow, and then I get to post it on Saturday. Instead of having like clips combined from like weeks on end in like the Week in My Life vlogs, and then waiting a very long time to it to be out because I need content. But this was like a 1 day bam. It wasn't as like action packed as a normal vlog, but I love watching videos like this, so I hope you guys do too. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. And comment below if you want me to make another vlog for book 2, because if nobody wants it, I'm not gonna make it. Actually, I might just make it for myself because, you know, this was so good. I think I need to document book 2 if it's, because apparently it's better. I don't know how it can get better than this, but Rebecca Yarros really ate with this one. So I will wish you guys a good night, good week, good weekend, good whatever day you're watching this. So, this vlog. Thanks for watching.